Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Kishanakama room. Today we have a bunch of guests. We have two. We have two. That's not a bunch, but we have Justin from Diet Weeb, and we have Jam from Jammin, and then we have me and Chris, and we're going to be talking about the upcoming anime in the fall season of 2020 and the winter season of 2021. And there's some good things coming. There's some awful things coming, but we're excited to talk about them.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, so we're gonna start with a fall anime, what's coming in 2020, and we're using livechart.me. I'll have a link in the description for anyone who wants to check out what we're talking about. But the first thing I see on the list for fall 2020 is Fire Force. Now, personally, I've only watched 6 episodes of the first season of Fire Force, and I wasn't overly fond of it myself. I wouldn't say it's the worst thing ever. It just seemed really generic, and it's not something that's necessarily for me. Anyone have any thoughts on Fire Force?
So first episode.
The fan service in that show, top tier. The writing, garbage.
I mean,
That is,
There's this
I
one
can agree
chick
with that.
who just has the powers of fan service. I heard it's pretty good. I've watched like 5 or 6 episodes, and I just kind of dropped it. But I have a lot of friends that say "Hey, Fire Force, new episode, let's go," and I'm like, cool.
I will say though, when you get to episode 8,
The anime I see here. Listen, you heard about that one? That's coming out.
Which one?
Jujutsu. No.
Oh, we'll get to it.
Yeah. Other than that, we have Danmachi, which I know Justin was saying he had some expectations for that, but I have not watched Danmachi yet.
My expectation? No, I was just saying it's a popular show. My expectations kind of got dropped at the first episode. I watched the first season because I do like ecchi. It can be good, but it wasn't ecchi enough for me. And number 2, the story wasn't good enough for me to continue. I watched the first episode of season 2, and it didn't get much better. So I dropped that shit.
Oof. Well, after that, we also have the Irregular Magic High School, another thing that I never really took up, but it's decently popular, coming out in...
He's gone.
that's
I cut out for a minute. I apologize. But I was just saying, we have the Regular Magic High School coming up in about 16 days from the time of recording. Another thing that I've just not gotten into, regardless of being
what's it
popular.
about?
Season 2, yeah.
I think yeah. Well, it's fucking garbage all the way through. I watched the first season. And the main character is just overpowered. His sister is in love with the main character, so you got Imoto action, but she doesn't have a personality. He has no personality. He just goes around being a badass, and it's not even that cool to watch. And then I heard in the light novel they're engaged to get married, and so if you like incest, this is a show for you.
It's just too.
If you like this show, stop watching anime. Anyway, let's move on to the next one.
I mean, we haven't heard Jam say anything about any of these.
Dude, I was talking about Fire Force. I got cut off.
Where's your hot takes?
I got cut off to the max talking about Fire Force.
You just playing Pokemon over there?
Dude, I got cut off to the max talking about Fire Force, man.
Jam?
Yep.
We can't hear you, Jam.
Oh. Yo, my bad. I was talking, but I was talking about Fire Force. I think Fire Force after episode 8, and a lot of people have been talking about how it gets better. I think it does definitely get 1.5% better after episode 8 and after, and it is getting kind of better. But it's definitely not even. It's not even close to good yet. I'll say that.
Thoughts on Danmachi season 3?
I don't even. I know I've heard of it, but I've not even bothered watching the show.
Okay, thoughts on Irregular Magic High season 2 coming out?
No, I mean never heard of it. Literally never heard of that. It sounds like just some random weird named show.
It came out in 2015, I think, or 2014. Don't flame me in the comments if I'm not right. I don't care. But yeah, it just wasn't that good, bro. I'd rather have a No Game No Life season 2. No cap. And
Same.
That's okay.
Next up though is Haikyuu.
We do have
to
a
the
second
top,
season
second
of
season.
Haikyuu.
Ooh.
I was just doing
Yep.
Second season of Haikyuu. What are you
Dun,
talking
dun.
about? There's like, isn't there like
Not
4?
Second season. It's
What?
it's second season to the top. So it's a different
Yeah.
like so like you know how like you have Bakemonogatari, Kizumonogatari, Nisemonogatari,
Nope.
Nekomonogatari. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like that. Haikyuu to the top is a different show.
No,
Or not different show. It's like a different. It's
Basically
like
a
it's like a
continuation.
different title.
yeah,
It's the
literally
same
just a
show.
different title.
continuation,
It's
but
the
yeah.
4th season of Haikyuu.
I didn't mean to say different show.
Just to clarify,
Yeah.
that's the 4th season of Haikyuu. Isn't it ongoing or did it end
Yeah.
yet?
It starts in
It's-
14 days.
Wait, it hasn't started
Yeah.
yet?
This is episode 1.
Hasn't started, bro.
Bro,
Yeah.
what was
More
I
Haikyuu
watching?
coming in
man?
14 days.
I'm a clown. I was watching something else.
And I'm actually personally really fucking excited for this because I like Haikyuu a lot. I think it just got pushed on my top 20, but
Oh, wow.
it's really fucking good. I fuck. It's like my second favorite sports anime ever. So
Yeah.
watch out for that
I-
one, kiddos.
I think Haikyuu was definitely good. I mean, shoot. It got, I mean, the humor in there was kind of just not funny in general, just like with every show. But Haikyuu was good. It's like, you could tell it's shonen. Even though there's no fighting, you can instantly see, yep, this is shonen. So, yeah, I mean, I would recommend Haikyuu to people if you like shonen.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean,
It's something that I'm happy is coming because I know that when I start Haikyuu, which I have only watched like 2 episodes of it, so I need to really restart it. But when I get into that, it's something I'm excited for. So I'm glad there's more of it because at least it's not something that's gonna like I'm gonna enjoy it and then it's gonna be over. You know?
okay. Can we?
Do we even have to? Do we have to talk about the Great Pretender?
I have no clue what
Yeah,
it's
it's really
about.
fucking popular. Can we go over the fact that you are echoing really bad, and so am I guess.
Oh, am I?
You were. no, you're not.
Who's?
Oh wait, no.
I hear 0 echo.
Where is? Okay, well if Jam doesn't hear it, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all that really matters. Okay. Cut that out.
'Cause-
So yeah, The Great
Alright.
Pretender, made by Wit Studio. I have not watched it yet. I heard it's really goddamn good. It's about a swindler in Japan with his partner
Yeah.
who's a Frenchman. I like Frenchmen. No,
It's
no,
on my list of things I probably should have watched while it was airing, and I can probably still catch most of it and get into it. I'm just undecided. If I do it, it'll be on a spontaneous note where it'll be like, you know what I want? I want The Great Pretender, and then I'll probably enjoy it.
Isn't it a Netflix
That's what
original?
I did with-
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yikes. Yikes.
it's made by Wit Studio, so it's probably really good.
I mean,
Wit Studio does a good job. They did like Attack on Titan and fucking.
I know, but anything that get picked up by
They're like-
Netflix, dude. Netflix does a lot of shows bad.
Well, I just watched Kakiguri, bro, and that's a Netflix original as well, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Kakiguri is,
Fair point.
eh,
Yeah, I think Kakiguri is good.
not better than Kaiji.
Yeah.
That's 100% for sure.
Boy.
I will watch Kaiji. Chill.
It cannot stack up. Chris knows. Chris knows.
Okay, but Kakiguri will not go in my top 20. Okay, Kaiji might.
Yeah, because Kaiji just
You know what?
better.
Yeah.
You know, I am excited for. I'm excited for Noblesse. It's the 3rd Webtoon original anime that's a collaboration between Crunchyroll and Webtoon, and honestly, I think this is where they're most likely to hit it off, because
Oh, not
I think-
not with Tower God or God of High School, which have been the talk of everything. It's Noblesse, right?
yeah, Noblesse I think is gonna be, it's gonna be a level above both of those, if it follows the manhwa well, because the manhwa, I think by itself is definitely a couple tiers above both of those, at least in the early stages. I think from what I've heard, Tower of God probably gets really good, but Noblesse starts really good. So
How-
I'm excited
how-
for it.
How quaint.
It
You're
follows an 820-year-old vampire that wakes up from his slumber, or not 820-year-old. He wakes up from 820-year slumber, and then he's in high school, and that's basically the beginning of the plot.
God,
It's pretty enjoyable. It's very anime,
God of High School with vampires. Yikes.
except not bad.
Uh, Solo leveling.
We have something coming from
Please.
Mappa. What's this called? Justin, our
called-
professional pronouncer, pronounce.
Are you talking about Jujutsu Kaisen? It's
Yes, I
Jujutsu
am.
Kaisen. How do you not know how to pronounce that?
Jujutsu Kaisen. I can't read.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, it's a really talked about fucking manga. I've read the first chapter.
Yeah, same. I read
they
the first chapter too.
Yeah. So they become like they feel there's curses and shit, and people become the curses or whatever, and there's these people that come and kill the curses, and what happens is he takes a curse, or the main character eats a curse or whatever, and they're gonna kill him off, but if he can show control, he can survive for a little bit longer. Like, I don't know, it's supposed to be gets really good. I haven't watched enough or read enough of it to really say. I kind of wanted to wait for the anime and then like read it and watch it at the same time, just to make videos about it.
From the cover image, it looks pretty interesting. The character designs are not bad, and
yeah.
if the animation looks like this when they're animating it, I'm gonna enjoy it.
Mappa's popping off, bro. I fuck with Mappa, bro. Like I've
Yeah.
been saying, like they did Kakiguri, they did Got a High School, they've done some other shit. I like
Attack
their
on
animation
Titan.
style. Mappa's about to do Attack on Titan, yeah. I don't know when that comes out.
When I saw the Jujutsu Kaisen thing, I saw the trailer for it, and I will say it didn't look like anything too special, dude. Kind of just looked like, eh.
Yeah, but it's not all about it's not about what the trailer shows, because I've seen trailers that like look hype, and then they come out and they're not. So we'll see. It could be reversed, you know what I'm saying? It could be like it's bad trailer, but it comes out and it's really good because it's really talked about. Jujutsu Kaisen's one, Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Kaiju number 8 are the ones that everyone tells me to watch.
I want Kaiju number 8 to be coming out. That would be amazing for it to get a. From what I've heard of it,
Have you read it?
No, but I actually might read it. That's one of the things that I'm gonna read. I know it's really short and it's coming out.
It's fucking good,
yeah,
bro.
and it's coming out right
It's
now.
10 chapters so
I like
far.
the concept of it, so I might give it a read actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's
Feel
the
free
one
to
I'd
read
be
it as
most
soon as you're
excited
done with
for so far.
Berserk.
Interesting.
Anyway, the next thing that I see that seems even mildly worth talking about is Kami-sama Nai Nada Hai, and that's by PA Works. So we'll see how it turns out. It looks from the description, it says that Yota Norakami's last summer vacation of high school, a girl named Hina suddenly appears and proclaims herself the all-knowing god. Hina announces to the thoroughly confused Yota the world will end in 30 days. And then it goes on to kind of explain the plot and what's going on. I implore you all, if you want to look into it, check out Live Chart. But just from that intro, it seems like something that could turn out to be alright, or it could be trash. I have like no context on this series, but it looks okay.
GR Chris, anything that stands out to you?
I've been
quiet. I say anything that stands out to you. You've been really quiet, so.
just been the Jujutsu Kaisen pretend, and that's really down the list, and I just didn't think that I also did the nose too.
There is something else that I'm looking at now that is standing out to me a little bit by Studio Passion, and it's Hiragashi no Nako Koro ni. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the tags are horror, mystery, psychological, supernatural, thriller, and dementia, and it looks like the most wholesome, peaceful thing ever based off the cover. So the fact that it looks so wholesome with all those tags is immediately something that catches my eye, because that gives me those like Promised Neverland, Made in Abyss vibes. If it turns out to be something like one of those two series, then
way different shows. What do you mean? Are you watching either of them or read either of them?
I have. I'm saying they both give that wholesome vibe. When you first see it, they look wholesome. You get into it, and it's very not wholesome. They are very different series, but they both give that vibe. And I'm saying that's something this series could do too.
Which show? Sorry.
Higurashi no Nako Koro ni. It has all the horror, mystery, psychological, supernatural, thriller, dementia, those tags. And then if you look at the actual cover image for what it shows, it does not match the tags at all, and that's why it
Some
interests
Doki
me.
Doki literature type beat. Yes, sir.
Some Madoka fucking magic.
Yeah, I was about to say that too.
Hey, that's my speed. That's my speed. I'm into that.
Oh, that's my
So-
that's my bread and butter too. I'll watch that with you, bro. We can talk about that.
Yeah, dude.
Collab?
Let's see if it turns out good. It says This new kid is settling into his new home in a peaceful village, making quick friends with the girls from his school. He's arrived just in time for the big festival of the year, but something seems off in this isolated town, and his feelings of dread continue to grow, with this gnawing fear that he's right. What dark secret could this small community be hiding? Hopefully they're not cannibals. Let's move on.
Yeah.
You have any idea? Any it's gonna be out in Funimation, so that's cool.
Funimation.
Oof.
The worst streaming
Yeah,
service
I
ever
was about
made.
to say.
Right behind Amazon Prime. Yeah, I mean, do you have another one you see? Because I have one I see.
What do you see?
It's called Kuma 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 Bear.
Awesome.
It's a comedy, adventure, fantasy that Maltar has been hyping up for a while, and I'm kind of wanting to watch it. But it's a comedy, so not a lot of people, not everyone's bread and butter.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you can miss me with that.
I hear you.
Yeah, I mean, miss Jam with that bullshit. But I mean, it looks like something I can watch like a couple episodes of and see if I can get into it. If I don't, whatever. 15-year-old.
It looks like it could definitely be good. Maybe.
Yeah. 15-year-old Yuna prefers staying home and obsessively playing her favorite VR MMOs game to doing anything else. So she's like a lot of she like Jam basically,
Or Scuff, no game, no life.
No, it's a she.
Yep. A shut-in just like Jam.
Yep.
When a strange new update gives her a one-of-a-kind bear outfit that comes with the overpowered abilities, Yuna's torn. The outfit is unbearably cute, but too embarrassing to wear in game. And then she suddenly finds herself transported into the world of the game, facing down monsters and magic for real, and her bear suit becomes the best weapon she has. Let's go.
That's actually super relatable.
So that is Scuff, no
Don't
game,
tell me
no
you guys
life.
haven't also played games. You get that one piece of equipment and you're like, oh, this equipment is so overpowered. And then you put it on your character and it's the most ridiculous thing looking ever.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, do I have to wear this? Like, do I have to actually look at my character wearing this costume? And then you end up doing it because it's overpowered and you give it.
I'm all about aesthetics in games, so if I get a really OP piece of gear that looks like dog, I'm gonna wear the weaker one just because it looks better. I'm really picky. I'm really picky about that.
My skill will make up for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, here's one for those people out there that really just like sports anime. Iwa Kakeru Sports Climbing Girls.
Nope.
It's just about it's ecchi. It's
Yeah,
ecchi,
I'm
so I'll
good.
probably watch this. Don't worry. It's just about girls climbing, but let's go. I don't mind
I mean,
a little ecchi, you know?
It looks very ecchi. Ecchi's not necessarily my speed. I'm alright with, everyone do their own thing. So if you're into ecchi, that's something you can definitely check out.
Something I want to point out though is that all these girls look really cute. So
That is
We're going
true.
with this.
I
We're
do
gonna
agree
have
with
to
that.
check the age on that one, but yeah.
You're watching Digimon?
Age. Fuck no, dude, that Digimon doesn't look good at all.
We also
I
have-
watched a couple episodes.
We also have a
big
Dragon
ones.
Quest anime coming.
That's what I was gonna say. That's a big one. You don't skip over.
Yep,
That. So
that's
obviously,
definitely
that's a
something we
little-
need to mention.
It was huge back in like 1980s, 1970s, 1980s. Dragon Quest.
So some
Yeah,
boomer
I never
anime
watched
type
it.
beat.
So, this is a new
I
boomer
mean,
anime. They're redoing the
it's-
boomer anime. So I'm low key excited for that because I never actually got to experience Dragon Quest. It's Dragon Quest.
Yeah,
I know it was a game too, but
Can someone
I
explain?
mean, like, I know Hero in Smash Bros is one of the most broken characters in like the sense that not in like being overpowered, and in fact he just doesn't fit in the game at all. So I'm just excited to have some context to that character because I like Smash Bros.
yeah. Well, I didn't know Hero was from Dragon Quest. I play him
Yep.
occasionally. I've played Dai in fucking Shonen Jump Force or Jump Force. I
cool.
don't like him that much, but yeah. But I think this is a sequel, so this actually sounds really interesting.
It is something that I'm
Maybe not.
interested to see.
Maybe it's just
It could be a banger of a boomer show.
Yeah.
yeah, banger boomer show.
Yep. We have Digimon Adventure. Nux, that's for you. I'm just not interested.
Garbage. I watched a couple episodes. Garbage. I've already watched.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched the original show. I think it's great. This looks like garbage. Pocket Monsters 2019. It's still Pokemon, but yeah.
Anyone who's given that a shot, like, has anyone gone into the 2019 Pocket Monsters?
What? Wait, what?
It's the same as the 1990 Pocket Monster.
What do you
What do you
mean?
mean? They don't. Nothing's changed. Like the actual Pokemon, bro. The anime show. Like, you guys watch
No, no. Why would anyone watch that?
it? Yeah, I was
Nah.
just. It's coming out.
Man,
Well,
that's
for those of you who are serious, diehard fans of Pokemon, then you have something to look forward to at least.
I mean, when are they not releasing like a new
There's-
Pokemon, dude? They release one like every year.
There's nothing that looks like that interesting on the rest of the list.
As I'm scrolling down, I'm also looking at the studios. Toei Animation is one that I'm gonna mention. We got a couple more things from Toei Animation, like Healing Good, and all these other things. But I don't see anything else that really stands out to me either. Anyone else before we move on to the next season that wants to mention anything in particular?
No, I'm good, dude.
Alrighty, then let's get into the most exciting part of this for me, which is the winter season of 2021,
Yes.
which immediately starts off with some really
Okay,
exciting stuff.
okay, how about this? Let's not talk about the Heat first. Let's get through like some interesting ones that aren't the main three that we're gonna talk about.
I'm gonna go
So,
from the
okay,
Whatever.
we'll go from the
So,
bottom. Okay,
this
we'll
one-
start from the bottom.
Wait, this one. I don't know how it's gonna go. I will watch an episode or two. It's called Aikatsu Planet, but it's like basically a real life girl that becomes an anime girl, I guess.
Oh
And they
wow,
actually have real life actors, and I kind of want to check it out to see how they do it. I think it's gonna be garbage, but we'll see. It's done by BN Pictures, and it doesn't look good. I don't recommend it, but I just want to see how they do it. I've never seen much live action in anime, especially like a crossover.
That sounds like live action in disguise.
that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, like, I'll probably give it a shot too, but if it feels like live action in disguise, I'm gonna drop that so
Yeah.
fast.
Some Death Note type beat.
Oof. Let's never talk about live action Death Note.
That could be a podcast.
Moving on. We have someone who looks just like Alibaba in Kayaboi no Ramen. Is that how you would say it?
God.
Yeah.
What are these names?
Kaibo Ramun, I think.
The
It's probably
description says,
different.
as long as hearts exist inside people, there will always be those who suffer, and something strange enters their mind and causes a strange disease to manifest itself in the body. This illness is called a mystery disease. And then it goes on, blah 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 blah.
Let's go over facts real quick. You skipped over a thing by David Productions called
did I?
Saiyan Koku Danashi Valibu, and it's basically going to top fucking Haikyuu for volleyball. Obviously, it sounds way better already. High school kid
Does it?
moves back home, and then he's just overpowered, and then his friends also overpowered, and they become an ace team for their team. Yeah, it's not. I mean, Haikyuu is just shitty jokes, according like Jan
Yeah, it's
said,
very
you know what I'm
bad. The humor is like so forced. It's just disgusting. But the rest of the show is good.
saying? I'm just playing.
Well-
I don't think it's gonna top.
We'll see how this turns out. I know Haikyuu is pretty hype. People love it, so I'd be surprised if this was something that
It's not.
even touched Haikyuu. If it even touched Haikyuu, that'd be a shock. We do have Azure Lane, which is worth mentioning, but
There's
it's
no synopsis.
seems kind of different. So I don't know what to think of this yet. So we're just gonna kind of skip over it. We have the Hortisana Saga, which is a fantasy, and all I can say about this, it looks good from the cover. I love the cover. The art, amazing. Do I have any context? It's a fantasy. That's all I know. It's by Lydon Films. That's the studio. And if the synopsis is anything more than okay, then I'll probably check this out.
Okay.
What else do we have?
Chris.
But we have X-Arm, I guess. In 2014, a high school student who hates machines, Akira Natsume, wants to change for the better and tries to take the first step in doing that. Then he gets run over by a truck. Oh shit.
Isekai!
Yikes! Another Easter.
Forward to 2030, a police officer named Mi Ono and her partner, the android Alma, infiltrate the scene going on at Tokyo Harbor for an unknown weapon named Arm. So it's basically a mecha anime. Sounds like.
It's a mecha
It's
isekai.
it's a mecha
I don't
isekai, and
know.
that it actually looks halfway decent. I'm not against isekais.
Well,
If
it
there's
says
another isekai
ecchi.
coming out, I might check it.
It
What
says
is that,
ecchi,
G?
so I'm all over it, bro. I'm all over that. And it's not a comedy,
Oof.
bro. Let's go, bro. This is basically High School of the Dead Part 2.
It says
go.
action, ecchi, sci-fi, and seinen, and those tags happen to go very well together. So,
yeah, bro. I mean, I'm
it-
already hard. So let's go.
okay, I appreciate your sentiment, but I will probably also watch it for different reasons. What else do we have? I'm scrolling up, and
We have
see
another
You're
Linda.
skip over. You're gonna skip over Uraseki Picnic.
Yeah.
Come on, there's like stuff that happens in that show. Yeah, I don't care. I'm just kidding.
what type of stuff? Because like, no, now you
Her
have to make a
first
point.
encounter.
Defend this show.
Her first encounter with Toriko Nishiniya was on the other side after seeing that thing and nearly dying. Ever since that day, exhausted university student Sorawo Kamakoshi's life changed. In this other world full of mystery, which exists alongside our own, dangerous beings like the Kuna and the Hashishoko Sama that are spoken of in real ghost stories appear for research, for profit, and to find an important person. Toriko and Sorowo step foot into the abnormal, a tale of two girls' bizarre explorations and survival, brought to you by an up-and-coming sci-fi author. Let's go.
Ghostbusters Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically. Isekai format.
Definitely watch it.
Oh wait, no, it's not isekai. I'm just full of. I think there's another world though, so it is an isekai.
We have it looks like it's just a ripoff of Konosuba, the last dungeon, Minomura, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Wait, is that
No,
Yeah, that is a
does that
ripoff.
end with Monogatari? The
Monogatari
title
means
ends
story,
with
bro.
Monogatari. Oh, okay.
Monogatari just means story. Calm down.
Okay. Hey, Justin here with the facts. It's a good thing we have him, otherwise I'd look stupider than I already do. We also have, this is something I mentioned earlier when we were looking through this before the podcast, is Higurashi no Nakokoro ni, which is a horror, mystery, psychological, supernatural thriller, dementia, by Studio Passion, that features a kid settling into his new home in a peaceful village, making friends with different girls that in his school he arrived to, and he arrives just in time for this big festival. In this isolated little town, something seems slightly off, and his feelings of dread continue to grow with a gnawing fear that he's right. And it says, what dark secrets could this small community be hiding? And honestly,
Sounds
the
interesting.
cover of this looks like super innocent and wholesome. So matching that with the tags, it's something I'm kind of excited to see what direction it's going to take. It could be horrific and terrible, or it could be a wonderful piece of art. We'll see. I'm hype.
Yes, to be honest.
It could be one of those diamonds in the rough, something that we're just not ready for.
Okay.
Chris, you said something? It was hard to hear you.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, the Kahin, it's like made of the abyss, kind of. Like, I think it gives off.
I think it's gonna give off a similar vibe, probably. But obviously, it's a very different looking show. It's not gonna, like, when I say that, I mean, like, it has that, like, thriller aspect to it in a very innocent setting, which is something that I think Made in Abyss started with, but by the end of Made in Abyss, it turned into something different. I like when a show starts with that super innocent feeling and wholesome, and then it throws you off guard with some, like, huge thriller story.
Yeah.
To the next one. Have a harem. Aku Tara Tomoaki-kun. Life is a bad video game. This cliche phrase is sadly reality. However, life doesn't have simple rules. Have its irrational and reality. Strong say that they have a lot of freedom. The weak have no choice but to live an overwhelmingly disadvantaged lifestyle. Therefore, it's a bad game. There's no mistake because best gamer in Japan declares it. However, some person who is on the same level as me goes around. So wait, is this character just like about the actual show? What it sounds like.
I don't even understand. Like, this guy seems to be like thinking of life as a video game in the most like sad way possible.
This guy's solo leveling.
Like, it's kind of pathetic looking. Honestly, I feel bad for the protagonist. I'm probably not even gonna watch this.
It kind of sounds like one of those shows where it's like the main characters, like, or not the main character, some characters like at the top and the other characters at the bottom, and society's really fucked up, and you have to like make your way up to fix it. Cool. Moving on, we have Beastars second season, which I've never watched. I don't know why I introduced it.
I did watch the first episode of Beastars, and it wasn't bad, but it didn't warrant me watching the second episode. So I'll probably watch it eventually. It's really low on the priority list.
I heard it's really good. It tackles stuff like racism and other shit. I tried to watch the first episode, and I just got this this vibe of that one fucking movie from like 2016. Called
Furry Strikes Back.
No, it's like it's the one with the fucking bunny that becomes a cop.
Oh, Zootopia.
Oh, Zootopia.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Zootopia. Yeah. Yeah, it just kind of reminded me of that for some reason. Carnivores and like all this stuff, but anime version.
Yeah, Chris, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Have you seen the what's it called? Beastars?
Zootopia.
Stars.
Oh,
You haven't seen it? Okay, so let me advocate for the Beastars fans because I've seen Beastars like a little bit. I had a friend who like highly recommended it. He's like, if you want to like see something different and you're like you throw out the notion, oh, it's just a furry show, then I think you might enjoy it. I watched like maybe half of Beastars, and you know, it's like a 5. It's a solid 5 for me. Maybe if I would have finished it, it would have, you know, been a little bit better. But I think for me, solid 5. Okay, so Beastars, it just isn't a show that hits with me personally. It's kind of like you said, it's kind of like Zootopia. It's a little bit weird though. There's like a lot of things in it that's like, yikes. I'll break it down for you guys. So it's basically about this wolf who's a predator, and he's fighting against his predatory instincts, and he falls in love with a bunny, and that's the show, and it gets really weird, and as you can probably guess, it's a super.
Oh, you sold me, bro.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like,
I mean,
it's like, ooh, some of the things that happen in there, it's like, okay, well, that shouldn't have happened. It probably shouldn't have. It's weird as hell. But if you can get past the fact that it's a furry show, then yeah, go ahead and watch it.
I mean, there's definitely an audience. There's no doubt about that.
100%.
I'm excited for the very next thing coming up, though. Studio TBD doing this. The one trailer I've seen, I did see a trailer for this.
Listen.
Yes.
You know TBD means to be determined, right? And not.
Oh crap!
It's a good thing.
He said Studio TBD.
It's a good thing we have Justin.
Okay.
Me being the one who found this website and not knowing how to use it or what anything on the website means.
So what's the show?
I just know it's called, because I know he's gonna butcher it, Kumo Desu ga Nanika. It's like the time I got reincarnated as a spider or something.
Oh,
Kumo Desu ga Nanika.
That's just a blatant
rip-off. So it's that's not like the actual name. That's just what I don't remember exactly what it's called. Basically, this girl dies, becomes a spider in a different world, and it's definitely an isekai. It's kind of similar to slime, I guess, but way better according to my friend.
Whoa, your friend is a clown, bruh.
No, he's obsessed with this series. He says the interactions, the side characters, everything is just so perfect.
Dude.
If they adapt it right, bro. I haven't watched it. I haven't read it. I can't argue with you on this or slime because I haven't watched slime either. This is what he said, and he's just like a light novel like connoisseur. Like all he does is read light novels. So he said this is his favorite light novel, and it's really well written. Apparently.
I doubt it's better.
That's all I'm saying. I don't know shit, bro. I mean, you can press X.
Press X to doubt.
Jam. Jam, you have to listen. So you haven't seen this yet. Don't play it off yet.
I'm just
you know,
playing
you have to
of what
watch
I
this
know.
because you said slime is better.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm playing off what I know about
Yeah.
slime.
I'm gonna watch this. I don't expect it to be near as good as slime, but I'm not gonna say it can't be. So hopefully it blows my expectations out of the water, but I don't expect it to. I do see that seinen tag. I do see that, and that is something that interests me, and it definitely sets itself apart from slime in that way, because slime is definitely not a seinen.
Definitely shonen.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Looks cool.
We also have the next season of Cells at Work, which I'm excited for. I know my siblings, my younger siblings.
Not the next season.
Oh,
not the next season.
is it just more?
It's a side series called Cells at Work Black.
Damn.
The Cells at Work 2
Oh.
is coming out too. Is up there, or a little higher. Just so you know.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for pointing that out.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Exactly. He's here to correct me on everything. That's why I invited Justin. Is because I was like, Justin, I don't think I can do it today. My IQ is like below 100 today. I need help, and he's here. Anyway, it's the thing for this is that it kind of follows the same main character. It looks like, but everything's on the
female and a male.
everything's on the brink of going code black. Drinking, smoking, stress, sleep deprivation, struggling to survive a life not unlike the brutal corporate world. So we'll see.
Let's go over. So it's not the same characters. They're in a different show. It's kind of like gender bent, I guess, because like the white blood cell used to be a guy, but now it's a girl, and the red blood cell used to be a girl, but now it's a guy. So it's probably different.
That is kind of weird.
I haven't watched Cells at Work or I've watched like one episode of Cells at Work, sorry, but I've never even read it or anything. So
I watched most of Cells at Work with my younger siblings. It was a lot of fun. I would say that it's a fairly informational series. It's a good time. It's not some like intellectual masterpiece, but it is a good time to enjoy. Cancer, honestly, one of the best villains.
Let's go over a couple facts.
Wait.
So the original Cells at Work is a shonen. This one's a seinen, so I think it's a lot darker of a look.
So give me like 30-second rundown of Cells at Work, because you said Cancer is a villain, and that caught my ear.
Okay.
So
Cells at Work is basically about there's a white blood cell and a red blood cell, and they're actually people in your body that work and try to save your body. I have not finished it, if you want to go deeper, but that's the basic premise of it.
It's very comedic. Basically, it makes constant jokes because the red blood cell is the main character, and she's a complete ditz, so she constantly messes everything up, and this white blood cell, for some reason, is just, like, obsessively protecting her. And they go through the life as blood cells, and germs invade the body, like, destroying stuff and messing stuff up, and it kind of has a One Punch Man type of villains, except there's no One Punch Man. It's a team of blood cells and different antibodies that fight off these germs, and it's kind of cool. I'd say that Cancer was definitely my favorite part of that series because he's basically a villain that gets decently fleshed out and explained, and essentially you see him born as a cell who was misformed, so he turned into a cancerous cell, and they were going to immediately kill him off because he was cancerous, but he escaped. And it just kind of shows that he hates this world because this world wants to kill him, and like to him the world is the bad guys because they immediately tried killing him upon birth, and his brother was killed by them because his brother was also cancerous. So in his mind, they're the bad guys, and he was a kid when you first see his backstory, so it pulls in your heartstrings a little bit. You definitely have a little bit of sympathy for Cancer, but like at the same time, like he's Cancer, he's bad. So like, he's definitely one of the highlights of the series for me.
Yeah. So this Cells at Work Black is a action seinen as opposed to a shonen comedy that Cells at Work as. So I take this as gonna be a lot more serious and a lot more dark and just me other shit. So I'm excited for this. I'll watch Cells at Work.
Leave it to anime to make the human anatomy like interesting.
Yep. Although I'm also noticing in Cells at Work, the original one, most of the red blood cells were female and most of white blood cells were male, and this is just completely gender bent. Because even looking in the background, most of the white blood cells are female, most of the red blood cells are male. So I don't know why they decided to gender bend everything in this, but I mean that's okay. It might still be really good.
Well, it looks like it's gonna be like a darker take on the series, so I'm interested in that.
Even the
Moving
color
along,
tones are
though,
darker.
Because
Like they're gonna be tackling
cells at work.
like they're gonna be tackling like dream, stress, sleep, and stuff like that in the series too. That's what I'm reading down here. They're talking about.
Yeah. We do have more Seven Deadly Sins.
Wait, are you skipping over Ori, Daki, Haru, Kaku?
The name is too long, bro.
Yes, I am skipping over that. Is it worth talking about? What makes it so good?
I mean, bro. It sounds like it's gonna be good. He needs to accumulate points by carrying out such tasks as eating delicious meals and doing sexual things with alluring members of the opposite sex. Ishizoki Reviewers Part 2, let's go. And it's on Crunchyroll? Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
How long is Crunchyroll gonna keep this? Let's be real. Is Crunchyroll actually gonna do this whole season?
Yeah,
Let's just hope. Let's just hope they actually stick with it and they don't. They don't abandon ship.
They probably saw Ishizoki Reviewers and thought, okay, this is gold. Let's go.
Okay, let's do it again.
Let's just skip over that because I have no idea anything else about that show. To whatever this is.
Yeah. We have Seven Deadly Sins, which that's exciting. I can't say I'm gonna watch it because I dropped that.
Same.
Dropped it like
Okay. I as an advocate for Seven Deadly Sins, I've read almost the whole manga. I dropped it at one point, but I forgot about it. But if this is a purgatory arc, which is probably spoilers, but I will watch it. If it's not, I probably won't watch it.
Didn't the manga
I
end?
haven't watched season 3. What?
Didn't the manga end for the
Yeah, the manga's ended. I believe they're coming out with a sequel at some point.
I heard that it was a shitty ending. Like, I think
that's
it was...
what I heard too. I was reading along while it was coming out. I kind of stopped.
Also, keep in mind, it's a Netflix original. Keep that in mind.
Well, the first 2 seasons, I would say the second season was actually really good. The first season was, it was interesting. The third season was garbage.
I found it all the way through. After the first season was okay, I found the rest of it just unbearable. I couldn't watch it anymore.
I like the second season. I think the second season was actually pretty good.
I might watch it again. Might attempt.
The third,
but I don't know, dude.
The animation for the third season was garbage. So I don't need to watch that.
Garbage.
Just read that.
To death,
dude, what do you expect from Netflix?
I know.
Honestly, I think the manga for Seven Deadly Sins is probably better just because of the third season. But we have more Cells at Work, which I think we've talked about enough. But
Cells at Work 2.
We have Cells at Work 2 coming.
Yes.
Is that on Netflix? Or I mean, I think I've seen it somewhere.
It's on Funimation, I think.
Oh, yikes!
What? I don't know about that. I think it was a Netflix original, so it's probably gonna be on Netflix.
Oh, really?
It is?
Yeah.
I watched it on Funimation, I think. So like, whatever you do, you can pirate it. So let's not worry.
Two choices are Funimation and Netflix, dude. I don't even know if I'm gonna pick that up.
I don't know.
Well, fortunately, there's about 50 other choices online that you can find a little less legally, but that's for you to decide, Jem. Let's see. We also have Horimiya. Correct me immediately, please.
The romance.
Horimiya. Horimiya.
Horimiya.
I don't know.
A sweet, inspiring tale of a school life begins, and that's all I need to hear because I'm done.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be picking it up.
Romance, school, shonen, slice of life. Yeah, it does sound interesting. I probably will watch it if somebody says it's good. There's few romances that like really have spoken to me. Kiss Sis is one of them. That's a really good one.
So, is this next one a spin-off of Log Horizon or a continuation of Log Horizon?
It's the third season of Log Horizon. It says it right there in the spoiler tag. No, third season of Log Horizon.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm fucking hyped, bro. Studio Dean's doing it. I think they did the first and second season, but the second season is kind of garbage. But the third season, I've heard is really good. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. This is one of my favorite isekais. It's up there. It's in my top like 50. And that's only because the second season. It'd be higher. It's so goddamn good. Go watch it, people. Stop sleeping. It's better than SAO. It's like SAO on drugs times 10. Let's go.
All right. I'm checking this.
Next,
Log
we have.
Horizon. Wait, GR Chris, if you haven't watched Log Horizon, episode 8 of the first season is literally one of the best episodes of anime
Haven't
ever.
seen.
Right. No.
Bro, it's up there with Steins Gate's ending and Code Geass's ending. It's so good. It's only episode 8. Like
That's some high
the first
praise.
season's fucking
Cool.
good.
Cool. I'll check it out.
Yeah, dude, go do that right now. Quit the podcast and go.
What is? I mean, I've never seen Log Horizon, so what is it about?
Log Horizon, it's an isekai, but basically instead of like, so you know how SAO everyone gets trapped into in the world. Basically, they get trapped into a world too, right? But they can die and they come back, and it kind of like remove, like you kind of start thinking like, what's the point of like this? They're stuck in this game they all play. And they're like, what's the point if we can die? It's not even like, people are afraid to die at first, but then like they realize they come back. But the NPCs and like start like flipping out because there's these immortal people that just like, you know, taking over their world. And the fucking the main character is fucking amazing. It has one of the best girls in anime, Nakatsuki. I know she's like a fucking lolly. Who gives a fuck? She's amazing. If she was, I don't know. Like she's not a little kid. She's a grown woman. She's just short. And she's awesome. She's like an assassin and shit. And yeah. But it's got some amazing moments. I don't know. It's just like way better than SAO, bro. I remember watching it. I know a lot of people like it. Nux Taku fucking hypes it up like a motherfucker. I fucking love it. It's definitely something to watch.
I'll check it out. I don't know about Jam though.
I'm not touching that.
What would you say isekai? Jam?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna.
Okay, out of all isekais, this is the best isekai I've seen, other than maybe Konosuba.
I've only really enjoyed one isekai.
That's only
one I've really enjoyed.
And that was Slime? Yeah. Was that Slime? Yeah. Yeah, okay, well,
Alright.
I don't like
If you guys hear any background noise, it's
try Log Horizon.
The backyard is getting mowed right now, so if you hear any background noise on my side, that's what it is. I apologize.
No, I think you should be good.
Okay, Jam, watch Log Horizon, 8 episodes, then come back to me. And if you don't like it, you don't like it.
Okay.
I will also watch Log Horizon, and I've been planning to watch it for a long time now. So, with your recommendation, I will boost up its priority.
Yeah, it's fucking fire.
Check it out tonight.
We also have more ReZero, which I don't know if this is just like if they're gonna pause the second season. Okay.
Yeah, they are.
I hate when they do that. I hate when they like give us like different parts of the same season. Just call it a different season, or like don't stop. You know?
True.
I mean,
there's a lot of studio interference like that. So
from what I hear, I have not kept up on it. I watched the first 2 episodes of the season, or 3, but I know that it's getting crazy. Like people are flipping out about it, and I want to watch it soon.
I've watched the first 3 or 4 episodes of the second season, and I've only heard good things, so I'm definitely gonna keep watching. So, I mean,
I liked it.
Yeah, I think it's a good, very solid.
Check it out, bro.
The protagonist of ReZero is a good character, but he's one of my least favorite people in all of anime. Not as a character, I hate him as a person. Anyway.
I like him as a person because he's realistic. bro out here flipping out, bro. I get it. Going on to quintessential quintuplets season 2. I'm gonna watch
Maltar.
Maltar definitely needs to be here. I want to watch season 1 first. I haven't watched either of them, but I heard it's actually really fucking funny. And
it almost feels wrong to talk about this without Maltar, because this is Maltar's love child right here. Like Maltar loves quintessential quintuplets. So
it's not his favorite, but he likes it a lot.
I know.
Likes trash romance, so
yeah, it's something he's hyped up quite a bit.
I'm not gonna sit here and say like everyone needs to watch it. It's just supposed to be really funny. If
it's on my list. If you're into romance, quintessential quintuplets might be worth checking out. But now
into like incest romance. Moving on to fucking it's called quintessential quintuplets. I mean, okay. To what I'm most hyped for on this list on this season is Promised Neverland season 2.
Oh yeah, dude.
I don't know. I can't say
Okay,
I'm most hyped.
I've
but-
read I've read the manga. I know I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but it does go downhill.
Yeah, I heard about
Yeah.
that too. I heard about that too, bro.
I've read
wouldn't-
the whole entire manga. I mean, this is gonna be really good still. It's just not gonna be as good as the first season. Just it's changed from a psychological more to like a adventure. Mystery.
Ew.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
wouldn't
It's not
say
nearly
it's-
as psychological.
I wouldn't say
Is
it's
it
bad, but like it's definitely like the first season is definitely the high point of the whole series.
Mhm.
And then the second season, if you are invested in the characters, I think you'll fully enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah,
No cap. But
until the end.
it's not as exciting. You know.
It's not nearly as psychological. Is my point.
So here's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if they fleshed out the okay, so in the first season they were talking a lot about the monsters. The only thing we really knew about the monsters was that they were being like groomed and growing up basically just to be food for the monsters. I think if they fleshed that idea out more in the second season, then that would be something that I would watch.
I
What
mean, they do
is
give us a decent
they-
amount of world building.
Nah, this is what happens in the second season. All they do is they go to a high school and become high school students, and it's just a team rom-com.
Yeah.
That is
Okay,
not true.
moving
Please
on.
continue watching.
So like what would you guys say suffers more, like after like the first characters suffer more, like in order to like flesh out the world more, like what happens?
No, the characters don't suffer. I'd just say that the story
Oh, no,
overall
characters
kind of just
do good.
suffers
Because
because, like,
Yeah,
you know,
Okay, but it sets it up to be this like intense, like it has an intense atmosphere in the first season. That's kind of all gone in the second season. In the manga.
so
After they-
basically the
so it
story.
sets it up really well.
Yeah, so
And
basically
then
like
it just kind of like
go
and
ahead,
then
go
it
ahead.
mellows out.
it mellows out, and it becomes more of an adventure manga, or political manga.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
And even though the first season is the high point, I have to fully say I still enjoyed this series. The finale
give
was
it
a
a
little bit
6
of a
out of 10.
letdown, but I really enjoyed the series. So I would recommend it to people.
Dang, bro, to hear that, bro, like just
Moving on to more disappointment.
Doctor
Stone.
Ooh, don't
Stone
say no
Wars.
disappointment now. I don't know about that one, dude. You're clowning if you're saying Dr. Stone is a disappointment.
I have to see the.
I mean, okay, just going on record, this guy also says Tokyo Ghoul's better than Berserk, so yeah, he's full shit.
Well, let's talk about Dr. Stone at least. Let's have some dialogue about it.
Yeah.
We definitely need to talk about it. It's being done by TMS Entertainment, and it's something that is just it is its own thing. You know, people go into the future, they wake up from these stones. I think most of us watched the first season,
Oh yeah.
and I'm kind of hyped to see how the Stone Wars
I
go
am
down.
unbelievably hyped.
But honestly,
I'm ready for that shit.
I'm a little bit. I've not read the manga or anything like that. I'm a little bit afraid it's gonna go downhill. Like, I have this feeling, and it scares me.
No, from what I hear, it gets
Yeah,
better.
I was about to say if anything,
that's true.
if anything, it's gonna get better, dude.
If it gets
I heard
better,
Dr. Stone
then
manga gets better.
really, okay, that's exciting.
I mean,
That is
just
super
because it goes from a 2 to a 3 doesn't mean it's good.
Oh, why do you think it's a?
I don't
why
know
do you
what's
think
up
it's
with
a
you,
2?
Justin.
Why do you think it's a 2?
Because I think the whole premise is made for like little fucking kids. It's so boring.
Dude, I am a little kid. Leave me alone.
I mean, it's a shonen,
I didn't
but
like
I think they did.
I've watched it. I've watched like 3 or 4 episodes, and I read like 20 chapters. I was just like, I can't do this. This is fucking garbage. Drop that shit. Everyone else loves it. I don't. I don't like the main character. I don't like the side characters. I don't like the world. I think the only thing that would have kept me going is the mystery of why they returned to Stone. Well, I don't care that much, so yeah.
Well,
guys
I'm
can
enjoying
talk
it
about
thoroughly.
Stone.
So when I finish it, I'll tell you why they turned it into stone. But I enjoyed it thoroughly.
I'll just look it up on. I'll just look it up online someday. Like I plan to do with One Piece.
Okay, so Chris,
Oh,
have you
no.
seen? Have you seen? Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. I was gonna watch it. I don't like So
I'd say it's definitely one of the more interesting shows. I mean, Kaihen, I don't know if you know this, but is it shonen?
Okay.
Is it shonen?
It is.
Okay.
It's in Shonen Jump. Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
bigger title.
It's definitely.
I don't know, but I think, I mean, shoot.
You should know these things if you're gonna be an anime YouTuber.
I mean, I think that if you like shonen, you give it a try. I think it's definitely something new and interesting. I don't think it's something that has not been tackled
For
before,
sure.
like Log Horizon, which is just one isekai amongst a million. Dr. Stone is one shonen.
This is basically a fucking isekai as well.
I mean, not really, dude.
I mean, if you break it down, it kind of is.
It fits in most departments except for they don't travel to a different world, bro. They literally like.
Except they actually kind of do travel to a different world. It basically is a new world.
Basically a new world, yeah. So like, it's the whole like, yeah. I think Lock Horizon is way better than Dr. fucking Stone.
So just to pitch it to Chris, basically, one day, smart kid gets frozen by Stone and the whole world does. He wakes up like a billion years later. Everyone's still frozen into stone, and he's one of the only people who's, not stoned.
Like the smartest.
And he's the smart. He's like one of the biggest brain guys, and his whole goal is to like build a science empire and rebuild the world and unfreeze everyone. That's the whole premise of it. That's where you start off at. I mean, I love the concept. I don't think it's generic. I think it's something that's
sounds different.
Yeah, it definitely is different.
Definitely check it out.
It's just, but it's in the eye of the beholder. Whoever watches it depends on their taste if they like it or not.
I'd say it's definitely worth checking out at the very least, and Justin did that, so I respect him for it. But it's not for everyone. Last thing we're going to talk about today on this podcast, something that I am super excited for. Me and Jam here, we don't agree on much, but this is one thing me and Jam agree on full-heartedly.
You want to say it, or you want me to let me say it?
I'll let you say it, Jam. I'll do you the honor.
That time I got reincarnated as a slime, season 2.
At least say the fucking Japanese title, bro. Tensei Shitara.
Dude, I'm good on that one. That's all you, baby. But man, season 2 of this show, man. The first season of Slime is just. I mean, Chris. I'm gonna ask Chris because I know Chris might not have seen it. Chris, have you seen it?
I've seen it. I stopped.
I haven't.
Okay, so you want me to give you the premise of it? It is an isekai. Basically, some random like boomer.
Oh, it's an isekai.
Yeah, random boomer, boomer clown gets stabbed. Some random boomer gets stabbed, gets sent to another world, but he's just this blue slime. I'll give you the premise of the first episode. First episode, basically, he finds out he's a slime. His ability is to like absorb things, and he can absorb new powers from things. He meets a dragon in a cave, and then that's where you start off. The whole first episode is like
basically
nice.
Well,
basically he meets a dragon, and the dragon turns out to be a tsundere, and they become friends.
He eats a dragon whole.
Oh wow! Wow. So
it's about him building. It's the bigger premise. Everything that kind of happens. It's about him building.
Yeah. Actually, really is.
Except I think it does it better than Dr. Stone in that sense. Dr. Stone does lots of things really well, but I think in the country building and the civilization,
have to disagree.
I think it does the well that's fine. We can disagree on that. We disagree on a lot of things, Jam. It does the like world building better than
the
Dr.
world
Stone
building,
does, in my opinion.
Definitely. Not the like civilization, like the town. No, I think those people are kind of generic in the town. The Dr. Stone people in their town are a lot more.
Not the people.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I know what you're talking about.
Not the people. I'm just talking about like the world and like the cities and the governments and the politics. All that. The characters themselves, don't really match up to some of the characters Dr. Stone. But I'd say the main characters do. Like I love the little short goblin. What's his name? The one who turned into a hobgoblin but didn't like change.
Yeah, the thing is, my thing is, I love the fantasy genre. When there's, I mean, I just did a video on the Goblin Slayer, so you already know. When there's magic leveling up, all that good stuff, and like there's different races and stuff, dude, I love that. So the fact that Slime has that's already an eye catcher for me. I already like that off rip.
Go watch Log Horizon.
Anyways.
I literally. I think
he's sleeping.
We said we were going to.
Sleeping. God damn this guy. Why do you
Shiro-
invite people like this to him to hear?
For slime, I mean, okay, let's talk about a little bit more about slime. So, I don't know what.
Okay, well, okay, what?
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, that's what we're talking about is slime right now.
Go ahead, Justin.
No, fuck you guys.
Okay. Oh, I mean, okay. Basically, shoot. Slime is one of the. Okay, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't really when stuff starts popping off. I know ReZero was something that was popping off. I think just the whole premise of it was like I wasn't even interested in the slightest of ReZero, and I recently did try to watch the first episode. I didn't.
But you watch fucking slime.
Yeah, and I wasn't really all that happy with watching ReZero. Slime, I don't know, man. It's something different. It's just something different. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It really doesn't. I don't know.
It really doesn't.
I don't know about you, Kaihan, but they kind of just. I mean, he's just a slime, bro. He's just chilling. He's a slime, and the slime isn't OP.
Then he's not a slime.
Well, no.
He's a very likable character.
Yeah, and
he's very likable.
And he still has memories of his past, like every isekai character ever.
You know, I would say like it is fairly generic in most ways. The world is not generic, but everything else is very generic. But the thing is, it owns it. It owns how generic it is, and it does it really well. I want to ask you. So if you're in,
what's your favorite part?
If you're into the fantasy genre, I recommend.
What's your favorite part?
My favorite part. I think I've mentioned this to you before. But my favorite part is how the like different species can change into other species, like. A goblin becomes a hobgoblin. A hobgoblin becomes an ogre. An ogre becomes a what's it called? The human things with the horns. And then everything can change and level up into a different creature. And I kind of just like that because it's exciting when something happens. Like when you realize that that's how this world works. Like wolves can turn into dire wolves and stuff.
Yes,
it gets exciting every time you meet a character.
Because they can get that level.
There's a super powerful character.
Yes.
And the way they do it too. This is a little bit of a spoiler, but so if you don't want any spoilers, like literally just like skip the next like 30 seconds of this video.
I'm about to spoil some stuff
but
too.
I'm about to try, or just skip to the end of the video. I'm about to spoil a little bit of stuff to try and get Justin into it because I like Justin and I want Justin to give this a fair shot. One of my favorite things, like about the whole like leveling up thing, and this is a super like small thing. It's not some crazy piece of art, but any characters that get names are immediately like way stronger, and it's kind of like a video game in that sense. You know, if you meet a named monster, then they're stronger, right? Like if you see a named monster in a game, you just say, okay, this guy is like an actual enemy and an actual contender. And it's similar to that, where anyone with a name is immediately way stronger.
There was a part.
So if someone gets named, they level up.
So there was a part in it when he was sitting there naming the whole village, and he was pretty much just leveling everybody up. Like he sat there for like, I don't know, 3 days. He was naming everybody, and each person that got a name, since they were like technically a unique monster, they all leveled up. I don't know if it was to a hobgoblin, but they just definitely went from looking like side characters to main characters. You know what I'm saying? They got a little boost, and that's why I love that. I love that type of stuff.
Yeah, watch Log Horizon.
Justin over here, like
broken record,
just like completely waiting for us to be done. He's just like, okay, you guys done talking about slime? Okay, that's garbage. Log Horizon.
My favorite part of the show.
I think Log Horizon is fucking amazing, and yeah.
You know what? Watch Log Horizon. I agree with Justin. You should watch Log Horizon, and that's I want to watch it too. It's not something I've watched yet. I've been sleeping on it. That's my bad. We all sleep on some things, but it's definitely on my list.
It's just more up my alley. I don't really like everything you guys described.
That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. No, it's not for everybody. We all have our own taste. To each one their own. Jam can enjoy Tokyo Ghoul. The rest of us can understand that it's not good, but Jam can like it. And like we all have our own thing.
Yeah, I mean that's a clown take. But
this isn't coming out. It's not coming out in winter, but spring next year. Shaman King. Watch fucking Shaman King, bro. I love Shaman King.
Gotta see that one. I saw it this
good
morning,
side note.
trailer, and I was like, oh.
What is that about?
Shaman King? Okay, so it's already been an anime, but they're redoing it, and it's about fucking this. It's basically you have a stand and you put it into a weapon and you fight other people in a contest. It's like a huge tournament arc, but it's like really well done. And the anime I watched it when I was a kid. Rewatched it. It fucking holds up. This is gonna be great. I don't remember who's doing it. Let me double check. Bridge. I don't know who Bridge is, but yeah. I've heard the manga's off the chain. I heard this. I mean, this whole show was really fucking good. It was really interesting, and yeah, they're not stands though. They're actual people from history. They're ghosts that you find and befriend, and they you can put them into a weapon, and you're shaman. So
hence the name
really,
Shaman King.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm really hyped for it. Bleach is also coming out sometime this year.
Bleach.
Also Bleach, but yeah, Bleach. Woohoo!
I'm more excited for Shaman King. Out of everything on this list, I think we should go over like each one that we're the most excited for, or maybe a couple. I'm really excited for the spider isekai, and fucking obviously Lock Horizon and Shaman King.
Yeah, I'm excited for Slime, Promised Neverland. More ReZero is definitely good because I need to catch up on that. I'm excited for Cells at Work. I'm excited for the Spider one. That one is definitely something that I'm gonna watch. I'm excited for this Mystery Psychological by Studio Passion. I want to see if that's gonna be any good.
Passion.
Other than that, X-Arm sounds decent. I'm probably gonna check out X-Arm. If it turns out to be good, then I'm gonna definitely enjoy it. What else was there? I mean like the Akatsu Planet. That one seems like it's gonna be awful, and I'm expecting it to be bad. But like Justin, I'm probably gonna watch a couple episodes just to see how bad it is. I'm excited for Noblesse, and I think that just about covers everything that I'm like super hyped for. Oh, and the Kuma Bear looks like a lot of fun.
Chris.
So those are the ones those are the ones I'm probably gonna watch.
Yeah, so I'm interested in Promised Neverland, Jason, The Stone as well, and Log Horizon too, and that's it.
Keep it a buck with you. Only ones I'm hyped for are Dr. Stone and Slime. That's really it.
And there's his basic takes, bro.
Yeah, I don't think anything else really. I mean, if you would have said something that caught my ear, there was one that did with the Cells at Work did catch my ear actually. When you said Cancer's the villain, I think that's an interesting concept. But the only ones that I guess that one too, if we're gonna say, because it did catch my ear. So Cells at Work, Slime, and Dr. Stone are the really only ones. Because I've already seen 2 seasons of. I already seen a season of Stone and a season of Slime, and I already know they're gonna be flames, so I'm hyped for them.
Well, you should watch Lock Horizon.
Well, I don't.
You should watch. Let's all give Lock Horizon a decent shot, guys.
I'm good.
No, it's seriously one of the best isekais. I'm serious, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out tonight.
Well, this has been a pretty long podcast, actually. We've been recording for around an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes. So I think we're at a pretty good spot to call it quits, and we appreciate all of you who came here today. We're going to put all of our socials down in the link below. We had a decent amount of people here below, so that's a lot of socials. But by all means, you should check all of them out. Go to our Twitter. Go to our YouTube channels. Subscribe to everybody. Subscribe to Diet Weeb, Jammin', GR Chris, and me, Kaihan. Except after you do all that, unsubscribe from Jammin'. That way he doesn't win.
Yes, Kaihan needs all the help he can get.
Yeah, bro. Jam winning 2020.
Yes, sir.
Among Us.
Oh, maybe we should. You know what? Also, I'm probably gonna put some Among Us on my channel. I'll just record me playing some because I can do a screen recording off my phone with Among Us, and it'll be a crappy recording. But I mean, it sounds like a good thing.
Shit, I'm fiending for some Among Us right now.
I'll just. All right. We'll set up a game. On my computer, I'll record it and I'll send it to you, and you can post it.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
One day, not today.
Eeny, meeny, mo. Who's gonna do the outro?
Sunday.
I don't know. That was a pretty good outro by itself.
I'm Justin from Anime Uproar, and see you later.
I'm Jam, and you're watching Disney Channel.
I'm GR Chris from the Kishanakama room, and thank you all for coming in today.
Go sub. Bye.
Yeah,
I'm
sub to
Nux
Kaihan.
Taku, and stay weird, fam.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
beep. End recording here.
Easy.